Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. My name is Plami, and in this episode of E308, I'm gonna be reacting to TXT's Blue Hour. And again, I wanna apologize for not doing K-pop reactions for like a month or so. As I explained in my last video, it's because I had moved to a different place, and now I'm back at my parents' house. And because at the other place I just wasn't feeling comfortable a lot of the time, so I just didn't feel right doing the videos. And you might even notice it in some of my videos that I did make there, but yeah, I'm not gonna reiterate. I already explained everything in the last video, so if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. But yeah, I'm really excited to check this one out because TXT are definitely one of my favorite groups. They're not my favorite, but there are definitely a lot of things about them that I like. I think I mainly like their dancing and energy. I just wish they didn't necessarily have the style that they have, because it's a style that Big Hit has also kind of forced onto BTS. And yes, I am speculating that that's what has happened, but that's the only way I can explain why they have such a similar style. But I still like TXT a lot, and songs like Runaway, I think it was, and Can't You See Me, I really like both of those songs, so I'm curious how I'm gonna feel about this one, and I don't know anything about it. I haven't listened to even little bits of it, so yeah, I'm getting into this completely blind. So without further ado, let's just get into it in 3, 2, 1. As much as I have problems with Big Hit, I'm never gonna get sick of this sound in the beginning of a song. Oh my god, this is gonna be another long video from them. Can Big Hit chill with the damn CGI? I don't know what has happened to Big Hit, honestly. I feel like they were much better musically when they were with Glam and with early to mid BTS. I don't really like their style of production from like the last 2 or 3 years. Okay, this one is definitely not like Can't You See Me and Blue Hour and Runaway, I meant to say. Is that a retro sound that I'm hearing? Yeah, seriously, Big Hit should just chill with the CGI. Why are you doing so much CGI? It doesn't look good. It looks vaguely aesthetically pleasing, but it gets sick when you do it for every music video. Okay, there are some parts of this song that I like how they sound, but it's just too calm and cutesy for my taste. But at the very least, on the dancing side of things, they're fucking killing it. And this is something weird that I feel with BTS as well, but I'm gonna talk about it after I'm done with the reaction, because it's gonna be something I'm gonna talk about a little too long maybe. But yeah, I kind of like and don't like this song. I'm gonna expand on it in a second. Yeah, at least I'm really enjoying their dancing. Okay, so yeah, I guess let's just get into what I was wanting to talk about, and that is that I feel like I hate uh, Big Hit's production at this point, or at least the way they've done their production in the last 2 years. And I'm talking about both about their music video production and their song production. And I have no idea what has happened behind the scenes, like why this change has happened. But I really don't like it. I feel, after thinking about it for like a year at this point, I would say, I feel like that's the only way I can pinpoint about what I don't like about BTS and what I don't like about TXT as well. But at least for TXT, it's less of a problem for me because I haven't had a time when TXT's music was different and like old BTS music or whatever. So we've only had TXT with this kind of music, so I'm not annoyed that it changed to this. So it's easier for me to like get into them and like it. But for groups like BTS, I just hate this kind of production that has been, I would say, forced on them, because I don't understand why would they do this otherwise, considering all the things that they stood for before that. I don't know. But yeah, I just hate their production at this point. Their music, it's not necessarily the things that they sing about or necessarily how the songs sound, but it's just the way they come off is very commercialized and cookie cutter, and I don't know why Big Hit does this with their music, and I'm pretty sure it's Big Hit doing it to them, because in cases like Suga's mixtape D2, at least with most of the songs, I would say there wasn't this kind of production, or at least wasn't as bad as BTS's music as a whole. Because Dejita was super hard hitting, and the production didn't really feel that far from his first mixtape. Maybe a little influenced for the shifting sound and production for BTS's main music, but not that much. So yeah, I don't know why they're doing this. I think the production style, both music video wise and sound wise, that they had with groups like Glam, like I've done reactions to them, you can check out my reactions and how much I love their music, even though it does feel a little outdated nowadays, so I haven't really listened to it that much. Or BTS's early music until, I would say, was it 2019? Was Idol released in 2019? This year has been so long that I don't even, I don't know, honestly. I mean, they've had a change in sound ever since DNA. They haven't felt the same. So something must have changed in 2017 production-wise, because ever since then, it's just not the same, you know? And it's the same for their music videos as well. Because look back on music videos like their debut music video, No More Dream. It's your typical K-pop music videos shot on a set, you know. Uh, then going a little further, Dope is very third generation, like for lack of a better a way to explain it. But then with stuff like DNA, there's much more CGI and much more, yeah, just much more CGI and pastel colors, and it's just gotten annoying at this point. I'm sick of it. So whatever the change in production style for music and video, whatever the reason that they've changed, I hate it and I wish that they go back. And all these things apply to TXT as well, because it's just the same. Like this, in terms of style musically, with how it sounds and how it looks, doesn't really feel far from BTS. Yes, it's still TXT's own identity, but it's still bogged down by this stupid production style that Big Hit is enforcing onto them. And it's only able to break out in out of that in songs like Can't You See Me and Runaway. I feel like those two songs were actually very unlike this. And I wonder if they decided to do this because of the success of Dynamite, because I'm really pissed off by how successful that song is. As much as I find it catchy, I also find it annoying how basic it is. And I know it wasn't them who wrote it, but that doesn't make it any less worse and any less of a sellout. And yeah, I've gotten sidetracked about this, so let's get back to the song. So after hearing my rant about Big Hit's destruction of BTS's style and identity, it all applies to this song as well. I kind of like it, I kind of don't like it. If I ignore all the context surrounding this song and the group, it's not a bad song. I find it actually pretty catchy. There are some moments in the song which I find really catchy, but it's just overall too cutesy and too like soft for me. It's just not something that I like. I much prefer the more powerful and in-your-face sound of Can't You See Me. That's my favorite TXT song for sure, followed by Runaway, which is not as in-your-face and hard-hitting, but it's also actually pretty powerful and energetic, and I really like the dance of it. And yeah, as you saw during my reaction, the one thing that I can unapologetically praise about TXT and this song is the dancing. It's amazing. I love it. If for nothing else, I like this song because of the dancing, because it's really cool. But I just wish Big Hit wasn't enforcing this style on them as well. But yeah, I know that I usually do second reactions to these songs, but for this one I honestly don't feel like I have much to add after a second reaction. But you know what, I guess let's do it. Like, what can we lose by doing it? And maybe I'll notice something that I didn't on the first listen. So let's get into it quickly for one more listen in 3, 2, 1. Music and artists for healing. Yeah, it used to be. Honestly, chill, Big Hit. You're not fucking Disney of K-pop. Although you're trying to be very hard. And I hate that. I'm not really sure about a lot of these outfit choices. I gotta learn the members' names, honestly, because there was a joke that I want to make, but now that I don't know their names. I see that this guy on the most left with the black hair has stolen Healing Kai's haircut. Yeah, I love their energy when they're dancing. There's something about their energy that is so... I don't know, it's like a rush of energy for me. I noticed it during their one of their performances for Runaway, and I've loved that about them since then. Yeah, this part of the song is probably my favorite. Is that considered rapping? Because that might be the reason why I like it so much. And outfit-wise and set-wise, this is my favorite one for sure. Just because they actually have cool clothes on them. I gotta give him props for combining CGI and real in reality very well. It's annoying how reminiscent this is of Dynamite. And I bet that the reason why they did this style for this song is because of Dynamite. There's just no way that they didn't because of that. And I'm sorry if I'm annoying you with my complaining about Big Hit, but it's something that just arises anytime I react to a Big Hit related group, you know? I hope it's not a thing when I react to 17 or G-Friend. God damn it, fuck off. Also, music production wise, another thing that I'm sick of in Big Hit groups' songs is the stupid vocal layering. That's a cheap way of having more than one member sing and have more lines. I don't want to hear all of them sing the same thing all the time. I want to hear one of the members at a certain part of the song, not all of them together through like 90% of the song. They've been doing that with BTS, and they've been doing that with TXT as well, in this one at the very least, because I don't know about Can't You See Me, I haven't really looked into it. And don't get me wrong, I'm complaining a lot, but I'm trying to not really hate on the groups because I don't think it's really up to them. So don't take all these criticisms as a hate on both groups. As I said in my other reactions to TXT, I like them. I genuinely like them. But there's a lot of things working against my liking of their music. And that is mainly because they are part of Big Hit. But yeah, my opinion of the song didn't really change after the second reaction. It's still pretty much the same. Well, at least one part of the song I really like, but the rest of it is kind of meh overall. It's not bad, I recognize it's a good song, but it's definitely not a song for me. And it does really annoy me, as I said, that they most likely did this kind of style because Dynamite was so popular. This is literally Dynamite but done in more K-pop style and in Korean, you know. But at least that's how I see it. So, how am I gonna rate this song? I'm going to give it between, at the very least, an 8.2 up to an 8.4 out of 10. I don't really feel like it's much more than that. I think even people who like this song would agree that it's not as good as Can't You See Me. Can't You See Me is just on another level. It has so much more layers and it's much darker. And I know that some people hate darker songs or are annoyed when people equal darker with better, but I just feel like that one had much more layers and this one is just much more simplistic, happy-go-lucky song, which is still fine, but because of that it's definitely gonna be a lower score, so yeah. But yeah, that was my reaction to TXT's Blue Hour. So if you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description to my Twitter if you don't follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories. Because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you end up enjoying my stories, or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon, where you can pledge your support and help keep the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But still, if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!